Hello dear viewer, I'm leesusss. Welcome back to the Talos Principle 2. And we've got a lot to do today. We've got two triangles to do. We've got the Sphinx puzzle. We've got a bunch of question marks probably as well. And we've got the tower. I mean, saying that, maybe that's two videos worth. Let's find out. We're not going to get anything done without getting a move on now anyway, at this rate. And now I'm mixing up my controls because I was literally just trying to press the double jump to use the jetpack, which is of course Planet Crafter controls. You watch, I'll be trying to rotate things next with Q and E, like in what was the other thing I was playing? Infinity Factory. Never mind. I suspect this might be. Is this a triangle or is this a number 5? This is number 5. Maybe triangle's over there. Yeah, number 5. Look, there's a big number there. Where's the... There's something over here, though. What's this? Oh, here's something. I'm just going to wade through the water. Must be drown myself. Oh, it's a triangle. It's a triangle mission. Perfect. Wow. You say that. See how what a brain does. Lateral inhibition. Now, sometimes these titles are a clue. That one I don't know. Oh, a fan. Okay. So I'm guessing the fan is going to be... We could use the fan to move an object. For example, we could have something like beaming this way, and then you turn the fan on and whoosh, it will be sent over here. Yeah? Something like that? Maybe? I don't know. I'm just making guesses. We've got a gap through there. We have... red there. And a what do you call it? Making all that racket. Is it you making all that noise? Why are you so noisy? An inverter. So why don't we do... That's easy enough, isn't it? We've got a fan! Oh no! The fan's blowing us away. What good is a fan, huh? Like that. We've got a switch over there. What we could do something like maybe we could not quite wire this up, and we could always collect the blue into this and then fire the blue from here into that to make it work. But why would I want to do that? What? Oh, I see. Because we're going to. Okay. Right, that's powered up. Put that there. Put this over here. Like that, see? We've got one open. But then... How do we... If I do that, that's going to open that switch there. No. Yeah, that's that one. Yeah, of course it is. Okay. So we've got that bit solved, but how do we do this? How do we get an object to put onto here? This is just going to blow us back. See, whee! Back we go. How do we get both of them over there? Okay, first question. Oh, here's an idea. So, and I can't take that apart, can I? I'm trying to think how... I'm wondering if I can upset this. Can I have this connected to here? So the blue is going to here, but then I'm stopping it from working by using the discharger. So if we do this again, and then I fire this to this, doesn't stop it working. Alright, could I interrupt it briefly, if you see what I mean? Yeah? But I can't. How about this? What if we take this and we discharge it? This is what I mean about stopping it from working. Ooh, the brain's working today. The brain is buzzing. Oh, you're going to get me open. You're going to open up to let me through. No, you're going to give me an out. Oh, you're just going to fire me back. Whee! Back we go. I'm glad the brain is working. Working today. Right, okay. Enter the tower, yes. But we've done that one. Let's find another question mark over here towards number 5. Haven't found the lab yet, nor have we found... No, we haven't solved the Sphinx puzzle, which we have a picture of, like a little clue. And we haven't found many... Oh, we've got one thing over here. And we haven't found many, like, terminals to prod.
Is it possible that on some level, people want to believe that everything's going to get worse? That it's comforting to think that humanity is bad and every solution will just go wrong?
Really?
Because that way you're never responsible. You never have to take on responsibility for anything outside yourself. Never have to grow up.
I don't agree with that. I think generally people feel that everything's always going to get better. I know in the current times in various places that's hard to believe, but in general, if you consider the whole of humanity, I think people think that way. Here's another triangle. Get the triangles done. Good, good. Field of view. It's one of the probably one that's going to frustrate me because I can't see how to reach something. So we have an inverter. Got a red feed, a blue feed, and we've got... Okay. So the obvious thing I think is supposed to be like, so we charge up this, and we charge up this, and then we work out how to organise them on the other side. Yes? Because obviously we've got two things separated by distance. On the face things, it seems like it should be obvious. No, I don't want to go to that. No, 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 I didn't aim at that. If we receive the blue from here... Yeah. Okay, no, it's not going to reach, is it? Because we need red from here. And we're going to jam the other one, aren't we, by doing this? See? This is what happens. Well, there's definitely no other objects around here, is there? No. There is no other objects to use. Okay, so... there's no way to shine... There's no way to shine, for example... You can shine from one... You can shine from... You can only hit 2 targets on this side, or 2 targets on this side, from one system. Yeah, you can't hit this one over here with one tool, and also hit one over here. Right? Correct. So therefore, I'm wondering if maybe both of these should actually be blue, or both of these should be red. And then we somehow use the inverter to fix it. Because I don't see how one... I don't see how the inverter... All of these lead to the same place, don't they? Yeah? Yeah, they're all to the same thing. There's only one door here. I'm not making a mistake here, am I? Where... No, there's one... Oh, hold on a second. Is there in fact two doors? Am I misseeing this straight away? So, for example... So that leads to the second one. So we need blue from here. Do you understand what I'm trying to work out here? That I'm... How do you open... I don't think it's all four connectors to open one gate. I think this opens one gate. Yeah, this opens one gate. Okay, yeah, I was getting myself confused there. I was thinking, do I have to somehow put four onto this gate? But no, there are two different gates. And we have a thing up here as well. Okay, that makes more sense. Right, and how do we open this one? We open this one by doing those. Okay. So right now we're holding one open. This seems a bit more feasible. Because, for example... Oh, yeah, okay. So, for right now, I can see blue and go like that. And I can then... Oh, that is part of the problem, though, isn't it? So I need to connect this. I need to connect this to... that, okay. And then that is now... No, something's clashing. Oh, this one's clashing. Now you're aiming at the wrong... Oh, no, 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 you dumbass. What are you doing? Hear me. Look. I'm being very stupid. Is that really clashing? Really? Right. Can now take you away. Right, just think about this for a second. So yeah, we just need a red feed for that. Is that not right? I'm not making this simpler than I think, am I? Yeah, I thought I was going to have to do something up here, like with these, or like something like that, or this step up here. Possibly there is another solution where you use those. I don't know, but there we go. We did it. Right, so now we've got some question marks to find. We'll do the question marks, which seem to be all over here, and then we'll do this Sphinx puzzle, which we know is 3 question marks. I can see there's one over there as well. Do the Sphinx puzzle, which requires the map. We get a better field of view if we do this, because we should be able to see more like memories or whatever else. Is this one here? This is one. Who we got? Dear Thrassier. Try to be less weird this time, Thrassier. You're annoying me the last few you've done.
One of the most foolish illusions that commonly persist is that nature is a victim and humanity is a perpetrator. This can only be the opinion of someone who has not witnessed nature at first hand, who has not seen its immense and awe-inspiring baseness. Nature is mindless chaos and eternal conflict.
Huh?
A system of predation and consumption whose perfect cruelty can only induce a terrified and unwilling admiration. Nature is our most powerful and least honorable enemy. A beast that consumed every last one of our ancestors and will consume us just as quickly if we are not successful in our struggle with it.
Lithras here, the more I hear from you, the less I agree with you about anything. A bit red in tooth and claw there. Right, okay, what do we get there? Social media. Farming? Okay. I'm playing this whole Gehenna game called Ancient Human Farmer. Farming simulator. Okay. It is very... You know what? Although it's got no relevance to you as an android, but then it's not like I don't play things that are no relevance to me. You know, I'm a case in point, really. Makes me happy, but also sad. You need to communicate with nature. Delivered life cycle does not about coexisting with it. I guess so. But I think there's other things you could farm as well. I think the act of farming just for beauty, you know, is a case as well. Like farming for the benefit of animals? I don't know. I take it back to the time we still had agency. We could build things and grow things when we could impose our will on the world. I don't know about imposing our will. It's like art as well. It's the joy of creation. Whether you're creating a garden or a sculpture or anything else or a painting, you're creating. I guess that is agency, isn't it? Though it's agency. I agree with the agency, but I don't quite like the angle of imposing our will. That's not quite the same thing. You can work with nature and still have agency. You can create beautiful things from rocks and sculptures without having to like hammer the thing into something almost unrecognisable from the original materials. I don't know. Just a game. Who do we agree with? Ovis says coexisting with it. Damien says imposing will. Pellegrino's a pain in the bum. Libistros. Oh! So Gehenna are the ones who went against us? The imprisonment? We didn't actually hear what happened to Gehenna. It was the Gehenna area was closed in the city. Were the people imprisoned? I don't know how to answer this. Could build things and grow. You still are building things, so I don't agree with Damien because we are building things and growing things. I'm going to say Ovis because I don't know. I'm not sure what the answer is there. Yeah, go and play another game, Ovis. Enjoy yourself, buddy. Whoever it was doing it, it's fine. Right, okay. Find my sprite and it leads it back to me. We haven't done that yet, have we? I'm going to find the sprite first, which last time was a blue sparkly thing. And therefore always going to be a blue sparkly thing? I don't know. Now, which piece of music is that? It's one I recognise and I should know, but I'm fairly ignorant of these things, so I don't. Now, last time we saw... Is that Bach? That's Mozart. It's Mozart, isn't it? It's Mozart. I'm just guessing. I don't bloody know. Right, okay. The last time we saw this, we saw this trail leading off, which I presume led to his spark. But the only time I found a spark was purely by accident in the previous world. So I think we'll just see if we can find it at some point, yeah? We'll see if it turns up. Now, there's one more question mark I saw over here. Let's try not to be submerged for too long. They do make the objects fairly easy to see. Yeah, the sparks. I didn't see one in a... The last time we saw one was inside a... No, it was just on the landscape, wasn't it? It was just on the landscape. And it was quite easy to spot. And we just... Oh, it's two question marks. No, 3. Oh, Christ. Okay, right, we'll find them. We will find them. We'll go for this one first. This one might be right here, actually. Inside this... Yeah, here we go. And yet it moves. Oh, that's the turtle, isn't it? The world turtle. Mitku. A fascinating story I discovered in the archive concerning a great scientist by the name of Galileo. Oh, okay. Maybe I'm mixing up the two things. I always remember, and yet it moves. It included the whole thing about the idea of the world turtle and things like that. Maybe I mix up with the story where they took the same idea from Galileo. Anyway, I'm embarrassing myself on video, which is normal for me. I'm mixing things up. Galileo, this remarkable man, made huge contributions to an early development of science, but was best remembered for being embroiled in a controversy which the church that ended with the accusations of a heresy, a trial, and him being placed under house arrest for the rest of his life. Of course, the controversy, he argued that the earth revolved around the sun, a view we would describe as self-evident, and which the Inquisition described as foolish and absurd in philosophy and formally heretical. The story became emblematic for how society often punishes those who try to push our understanding of the world forward in the modern day. There's a legend that at the end of his trial he muttered, and yet it moves. A beautiful idea, but untrue, because defying society is hard. It comes at a high cost. No one's capable of bearing it. What would I have done in this place? What would I? I think I would have tried to stand up for the truth. And I think it's harder than it sounds. Fighting an authority like Elohim is one thing, but when even your friends and allies may renounce you, it takes enormous willpower to continue. Society gets stuck. Very true. I've sometimes found myself in a position where I would have thought, having the situation described to me at a distance, I would have behaved one way, but in reality, when put in a particular position, I behaved the opposite. Probably because I very much dislike confrontation and discord and things like that. I would rather shy away from it and avoid it at all costs. It's just part of my personality. Puzzled. The role of puzzles in the simulation was so important to the creation of our civilization that it has left an indelible imprint. But sometimes I worry about this as an issue. Alexander Drennan thought of human beings as problem solvers. But the real world isn't anything like the simulation. Yes, there are problems to solve, but there isn't a Tetronimo waiting to reward you. There's another problem, and another, and another. Our veneration of the puzzle may be blinding us to the fact that sometimes there isn't a neat solution. That sometimes life is just a slog, and the best you can do is muddle through. I think it's like a very depressed view on things. It's true that you should be very, very clear. Think very clearly about the results and progress that you've come to, and also really have good expectations about what it means by solving this next problem. You shouldn't be too hard on yourself that the result of the solution may be a small one, because everything is progress, and progress hopefully rolls endlessly on. But I get the point that, doing a puzzle gives you a very clear, satisfying solution, whereas the real world can be much more frustrating than that. I think when you're doing a puzzle, like a real world puzzle, I think the important thing is when you get to a solution, when the benefit of the solution is recognised, it isn't only by yourself, but other people support you. An exterior view of what has been achieved is very helpful. Because sometimes you can get so caught up in something that you don't really see the value in what you've done. From Aurora. Dear Athena, have you really left us for good, even without even saying goodbye? I know we haven't spoken much lately, but isn't it just part of the slow, relaxed lives we now lead? After all these centuries of struggle, trying to build a new Jerusalem, I thought we deserved a rest. If that disappointed you, why didn't you say so? I know you disapprove of these silly titles they give us now, but we really were your first companions. We know what it was like. I was there when Yamo died, and with the horror of realising there was no way of bringing him back. the impossible finality of it, and the determination to make it make sense. To have it be part of a story that leads to a better world. I never abandoned that, Athena. I just thought that maybe I could spend some time on the things that make life worth living too. Maybe I lost track. Maybe I failed you. I don't know. Because you didn't tell me. Regrets of loved ones missed. And things unsaid. Things that should have been said that were unsaid. Oh God! Okay. I finally discovered that you can break yourself in deep water. I've been getting away with like water for a while, haven't I? By getting a bit deep in there, actually. At least now we know. They did tell us at the start, avoid really deep water. I just wanted a shortcut. Is that so hard? Is that so bad to want a shortcut? Hi, I just drowned myself, Al. I'm sure you'd be very impressed with that. Oh, the lab, I think. Yes, it's the lab. Yay. Right, then what's down here, then? Okay, new discoveries. We have a double helix. Is that relevant to us robots? Oh. I can't go through there. Okay, let's go and find the robot then. Hi. Oh, it's Byron, of course it is.
They must have lived. Athena and Miranda.
I thought it was like another statue or something.
You know, for a moment, I almost expected to find them here. But the only thing that's still functional is the megastructure. I'm sorry. This must be awfully strange for you being thrown into all this history. But that's why I needed you. Because you're not burdened with all these memories and conflicts and regrets. Weigh on our minds like a nightmare.
Yeah, I guess we are unique in this. And it's like I said before, I think, the external view, not clouded by all the problems that people more entrenched in it might have. A nightmare?
Our civilization is caught in a loop, 1K. We freed ourselves from the simulation, but now we're trapped again, and it's our own fault. We're afraid of taking responsibility, afraid of growing up. Instead, we make up some capitalized words and build up all these myths around them. Nature, balance, the founder, the goal. We're afraid to face the randomness of the cosmos, but equally afraid to imagine a better world. So we're stuck. I've been trying to find a way out for years. Something, anything, to get people to understand that we do actually have free will. That building a thriving, expanding civilization doesn't have to involve repeating the mistakes of the past. But I failed. Over and over.
Yeah, it's tricky, isn't it? To suggest to build a new civilization when we've already seen one fall apart completely and just make a complete bloody mess of things, and think, why wouldn't we do the same thing? But I think it's right that the new civilization does need to have another bigger goal that everyone commits to and agrees to, or at least in general. Otherwise, we're all just sort of wandering in the darkness here. Why did you fail?
Because for some reason, people find it easier to cling to cynicism and self-hate than to actually have hope. Because believing the worst about ourselves, calling ourselves sinners and fools, somehow still seems wise.
Well, it's hard to disagree with. I certainly do that to myself. Do you think what we discovered here could change things? Not yet. Not yet, I don't think.
Because this is something unexpected, an anomaly. Everything we found on this island challenges who we have become. It shows us that different answers are possible. And maybe that can break people out of the loop. All we need is a spark. Maybe that's why she made all this. The puzzles, the towers. A way of jolting us out of our complacency.
Gives us a new purpose again, doesn't it? A new challenge and a new purpose that everyone's working towards and watching and like being engaged in. Yeah, I hope so.
Thank you, 1K. I hope so too. We might be wrong, but let's be optimistic.
Yes, there's always hope.
Now, let's see what else we can find here.